Is my relationship like with employment solicitors? Do I tend to instruct them or prefer to keep things in-house? Something this commenter has always wondered about with HR. Now, I will heavily caveat my response. I actually wanted to be a lawyer before I ended up in HR. I wanted to be a personal injury barrister, so I love talking to lawyers because I love their brains. I love delving into the case law and I love how things work. I love having the back and forth. I love being challenged. I love really delving into why the decisions have been made and why things happen the way they do. However, not every HR person likes those challenges, likes those conversations, and has really thought through the decisions that they're making. And not every HR department has the resources or funds to be able to go to a lawyer to get a second opinion. So this approach is entirely individual, depends on the company, depends on the person. Some HR people will hate having lawyers involved. They don't want to be challenged, they don't want to think things through, they don't want to see things from another perspective. Other HR people will love it because they'll love having the ability to bounce the ideas off of someone else. That can especially be important in small, medium-sized businesses when the HR person is likely the only other person, so it's really good for them to have someone else to bounce kind of their thinking process through with. There are sometimes when you have to get lawyers involved, if you're going to employment tribunal, then actually the best thing to do is just engage your solicitors as early as possible to get them on board so that they can follow the case all the way through. Generally, the approach, if you're thinking about general HR transactions, then disciplinaries, grievances, HR probably aren't engaging a lawyer. Some big companies will have in-house legal teams, so maybe they'll just speak to them for a second opinion, or they'll have kind of employment specialists within the business. But if it's just a general business HR transaction, then it's likely that they aren't getting solicitors involved. However, if it's something more legal, so if you're thinking settlement agreements, going to tribunal, then it's more likely the HR are going to engage solicitors because they're likely to get engaged at some point anyway.